when faith is strong. Some people want to turn and run, but the strong rise under the dawn. Never gonna keep me down. Destiny is calling me, go down in history. Every day I fight to be legendary.
Welcome everybody to Monday Night War, and we are live from Louisville, Kentucky. And coming up next, we've got a TV Championship match where Matt Riddle takes on Andrade, so don't go anywhere. We have Lars Sullivan beating Jinder Mahal in a one-on-one contest. We have the Bella Twins beating the Iconics in tag team action. We have Nia Jax and Tamina beating Asuka and Bianca Belair in tag team action, which hopefully builds their momentum and trying to hopefully build them together as a team for Survivor Series.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Television Championship.
And here comes the original bro, Matt Riddle, with I don't know what we would call, Malcolm Bivens, his associate, his manager, his co-partner. I don't know what you'll call him, but he's been watching Matt Riddle in the first couple of weeks here, or scouting Matt Riddle, and believed that he should be joining him on the Malcolm Bivens brand. So let's see if Matt Riddle will agree to that. And here comes the television champion, Andrade, with Miss Money in the Bank, Zelina Vega. And these two have, obviously they haven't had a major success like they've been hoping to here on Monday Night Raw, but, Zelina's got the Money in the Bank, 3K. Andrade's now captured the TV championship, that's a good thing. And he's been taking on Rey Mysterio at Survivor Series, which is going to be a hell of a entertaining content. I can't wait to see how these two Mexican incredibly talented wrestlers go head to head. The cruiserweight champion versus the television champion. Now that's the match I think everyone will want to sit back and watch, and that surely put some butts in seats to see how these two work against each other tonight. Andrade has got to defend the TV championship against Matt Riddle, and who knows, if Matt Riddle wins here tonight, we could probably see Matt Riddle versus Rey Mysterio as the Survivor Series. So hopefully Andrade picks up the victory here tonight.
Introducing the challenger from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 216 pounds, Matt Riddle. And introducing the champion from Gomez Palacio, Durango, Mexico, weighing in at 215 pounds, he is the Andrade.
And here we go, and there goes the bell, and this contest on the way. Matt Riddle versus Andrade, and these two locking up here now. Now looking to work on the arm of Andrade, but Andrade counters. And now looking to work on the arm of Matt Riddle, but no, Matt Riddle counters now, looking to work on the wrist of Andrade now. And all just twisting it up a bit. Trying to look to extend the elbow maybe. Matt Riddle, oh, but no, Andrade flips out. And a nice scoop over, swinging neck breaker from Andrade. And now Andrade just fighting off Matt Riddle. Oh, but a nice kick there from Matt Riddle. And these two tussling up. As you can see, Matt Riddle clearly has a size advantage over Andrade. So that might become a factor into this match maybe. And now Andrade throwing Matt Riddle over the top rope. And now what's Andrade thinking of here? Oh my god, and a beautiful barrel roll right out of the ring, landing right on top of Matt Riddle, laying in damage into Matt Riddle and finding back into the ring. Now Andrade going to the top rope here. What is Andrade's plan? He jumps. Oh, and that beautiful hurricanrana off the top rope, ladies and gentlemen. Now going for the cover of Matt Riddle, but no, rope break. Matt Riddle had his foot underneath the rope. And we really have to talk about the relationship or the dynamic of Matt Riddle and Malcolm Bivens, who has recently made his debut here for Raw and came out scouting Matt Riddle, was waiting on top of the stage, watching him wrestle his match, and then he just left. And now more often we've seen him more complicated with Matt Riddle. I don't know what this means. Are they together now or are they not? I mean, we haven't heard any kind of news from Matt Riddle. I mean, we haven't heard anything from him about this. But Malcolm Bivens said when he came to Raw that he's looking to scout some new talent to join the Malcolm Bivens brand, and maybe, just maybe, Matt Riddle could be one of his, many, associates. Who knows? But I mean, this is quite an interesting dynamic. I mean, Matt Riddle, as we know, he's known for his MMA background. He's won championship on the indie scene. So Matt Riddle was, maybe could join the Malcolm Bivens brand. I mean, we don't know if it's confirmed by him or not, but if I was Matt Riddle, I would jump at the opportunity. I mean, clearly, if Malcolm Bivens, sees this as quite a good, talented wrestler, then surely he should join the brand. I mean, Matt Riddle could maybe elevate his career with Malcolm Bivens. Who knows? Because tonight, he's got himself a TV championship match on the help of Malcolm Bivens. He also spoke to Steve Austin in the GM office and said, "Hey, I want my my guy Matt Riddle to have a TV title opportunity," and clearly Austin gave it the thumbs up, gave it the go ahead, and we're seeing this match go ahead. But now Andrade with a beautiful German suplex. A nice kick out there from Matt Riddle. But yeah, I wonder who else Malcolm Bivens will be looking at in the future. I mean, is it just the one? Is it just the one person he's looking at in Matt Riddle, or is there many more he could be looking at? Who knows? But Malcolm Bivens, he knows his stuff. I mean, he's very intelligent. We've got to get that over right. He's a very intelligent man. He knows professional wrestling. He's watched wrestling all his life. He's watched it ever since he was a boy, and he said he wanted to get into the industry. And now he has the opportunity to do so, to manage these two, manage this asset in Matt Riddle, who has, unspeakable potential. In Malcolm Bivens saying so, he has unspeakable potential. He said this man could be a future world champion, and he believes so. He said if Malcolm joins his brand, who knows, maybe he can get him there. He can get him to the very top of the mountain. And Riddle right now, he's quite undecided about that. He really is. But, you know, we have seen a bit of an attitude change in Matt Riddle as of late. You know, he's wrestling quite stiff, wrestling quite aggressive, so to speak. But Matt Riddle he's still our bro though, and that's something we can really get behind. But yeah, I mean, obviously the algorithm doesn't really like the fans. You know, he's told them to shove him multiple times. Riddle, you know, has told him to knock it off, you know, a few times. So the relationship is a bit uneven, so to speak. But hey, I mean, if Matt Riddle is getting the wins, if he's getting the job done, then and getting himself title opportunities, then he doesn't really care too much about that. But Matt Riddle seeming to take control here, and maybe looking to put away Andrade, but Andrade nails him with a knee into the gut. Or Matt Riddle now turns around, looking for the DDT. Is that to be enough? 1, 2, no! Matt Riddle kicked out. Matt Riddle kicking out. And now Andrade going back to work on Matt Riddle. Oh, but no, Matt Riddle turns around. And a beautiful exploder suplex right across the ring. And Andrade is going to roll himself out to the ring. But we talked a lot about Matt Riddle and Malcolm Bivens. But let's talk about Andrade and Zelina Vega. And let's talk about Zelina Vega. In fact, you know, she hasn't wrestled much, but when she has wrestled, she's picked up, you know, some good wins. You know, and you know, she's missed Money in the Bank, and she hasn't cashed in just yet. You know, who knows? Maybe she's waiting for the right time to cash it in. We don't know when she'll cash it in. I mean, that's the beauty of the Money in the Bank briefcase. I mean, you can cash it in whenever you like. You have up until pretty much next year's Money in the Bank to cash that in. So that's quite a shocking, you know, and quite a cool aspect of Money in the Bank. You never know when it's your time, when you're going to be cashed in upon, especially if you're the champion. And Becky Lynch right now, you know, especially in recent months, you've been watching her back, making sure Zelina Vega doesn't cash in on her, and making sure that she keeps her title around her waist. But Becky Lynch, who knows? We could see her cash in as a 5-6. You never know. We could see her at Starrcade or the Rumble, or the next pay-per-view after that will be Valentine's Day Massacre, the Chamber. Or who knows? Maybe Zelina Vega might cash it in at WrestleMania. We do not know, but I can't wait to see, you know, if she can get cash into sex tape. But now Andrade backing himself into the corner, looking for a beautiful kick, but no, Matt Riddle slips out of the way, and a beautiful scoop down from Matt Riddle. And speaking of Andrade, you know, he has had his title opportunities. He's had, you know, world title opportunities. He's had, you know, I think he's had a couple of opportunities at the United States title, and hasn't really be able to get the job done. But obviously with Zelina Vega's help a couple of weeks ago against Sting, he managed to pick up the win and managed to get the job done. And yeah, I mean, that doesn't look like the best of victories to have on your name, where your manager has to help you pick up the victory. But Andrade will take it. It's gold around his waist, and that he'll defend weekly. I mean, he has to defend his title weekly. It's the TV championship. You have no choice. But yeah, Andrade is definitely a, you know, it's definitely a strong competitor. He's definitely a smart, intelligent man, and knows, you know, that a title just helps elevate his career and helps elevate his status in the WWE. It means you're getting paid more. It means you're on TV more, you know, every week, and you're getting paid for that week. So Andrade must be loving the feeling of you know, being the TV champion. But it's a lot of hard work, and obviously Sting held it for a couple of weeks, and obviously he dropped it to Andrade after the help of Zelina Vega. And we haven't seen Sting as of late, but who knows, maybe when Sting is back, which we don't know when, but when he comes back, hopefully we might see these two face off once again for the TV championship. Who knows? But Matt Riddle picking him up, looking for the Bro Derek on Andrade. Now looking for the cover here. 1, 2, no, Andrade just about kicks out. Looking to stay alive in this match, looking to keep the TV championship around his waist. But Andrade blocks it, and now Matt Riddle blocks. And now Andrade has caught the foot of Matt Riddle, and looking for a heavy German suplex on Matt Riddle. And these two are so entertaining in this match. They are really on top of their game. And Andrade wiggling his finger like, no, that's not happening. But Matt Riddle comes back into the ring and just lays in the punches and the kicks on Andrade. And now I would pick him up and drop him over the top rope. And now looking for a cover. 1, 2, no, a kick out from Andrade. And Andrade quickly getting back to his feet. But I wonder how Andrade will manage to, you know, handle Rey Mysterio at Survivor Series. I mean, if he can win against Matt Riddle here tonight, and let's just say he does beat Matt Riddle. Let's just say he does beat Matt Riddle. I mean, the match is not over yet, but what if he does beat Matt Riddle? What if he goes on to face off against Rey Mysterio? You know, champion versus champion, the cruiserweight champion versus the TV champion. Can Andrade, do we believe that Andrade can get the job done? I certainly believe so myself as a commentator to Raw or SmackDown. Obviously, I'm not biased. I don't feel biased in any way. You know, yes, I may have a, you know, I may not say things that are remotely fair at some point, but I am, you know, 100% on Raw and SmackDown. Obviously, I didn't like what Steve Austin did on SmackDown, but you know, you can understand why. I mean, it was totally uncalled for, and it was totally uncalled for what Austin did to The Rock. I mean, I thought it should be a civil conversation. Honestly, I was quite upset about that. But honestly, you know, I shouldn't have. No, I personally believe that wasn't the right thing to do. But yeah, let's talk about back to Rey Mysterio and Andrade. Yeah, can I believe that Andrade will get the job done against Rey Mysterio? Who knows? I mean, Rey Mysterio is a veteran of the industry. He's wrestled, you know, for WCW. He's wrestled on the Indies. He's won multiple championships. He's a world heavyweight champion. You know, he managed to beat Randy Orton and Kurt Angle. That was it. Yeah, Kurt Angle. How can I forget about that? And it was such a memorable victory. He managed to last all the way in the Rumble. He's had some incredible highlights here in the WWE, and he's to be taking on some fresh blood. Something that is supposedly meant to be the next Rey Mysterio. Even yes, he's not a, you know, luchador, he's from their mark, but people have been comparing Andrade to Rey Mysterio, and you can sort of see, you know, how they're quite similar in a way. Both have quite a similar style. You know, both have their family in the industry, and yeah, I completely understand that. And now Matt Riddle looking to take control back. Oh, and a nice, beautiful counter there from Andrade. And Matt Riddle got Andrade in headlock. Oh, a nice counter there from Andrade. Now he has got Matt Riddle by the hand. Going to throw him into the corner. Oh, and a beautiful chop there from Matt Riddle. Another, not no, also Andrade. Oh, and now Matt Riddle unleashing with some strikes and some kicks. And now Andrade going to roll to the outside. And now Matt Riddle gonna go to the top rope and looking to soak in the crowd appeasement. And now Andrade quickly back into the ring. Oh, but Matt Riddle got countered. No. Oh, and a beautiful move there from Matt Riddle. And looking just to take back control. And just slams him onto the mat. Now Andrade slips out from behind. Just rolls outside the ring, looking to take his time. And then Matt Riddle going after him. But nice move by Andrade, using the smarts. And now Andrade has got Matt Riddle and mashes his head into the corner. Oh, but a nice strike to the back by Matt Riddle. And now, what's Matt Riddle thinking of here? Picking him up. Oh, and just plants him right on his head. And now Matt Riddle picking up Andrade, looking to finish Andrade. But no, Andrade counters, looking for the DDT, and he hits it. He hits the hammer on DDT. Now going to cover here. 1, 2, 3, and Andrade picks up the victory over Matt Riddle and retaining the TV Championship. Wow, what an incredible match between these two athletes, you could say. I mean, to be fair, the athletes, but too much superhuman that was playing. I mean, they'll probably kick my ass, they'll probably break my arm too. But yeah, what a match between these two, and obviously Andrade retaining the championship and going on to face Rey Mysterio, hopefully. I think he's got one more week, and who knows, maybe he's one smile or what to put the TV championship on the line, who knows, but it's really down to what the champion wants. But I know there's a war for the TV championship, it's just let it free, but Andrade is the champion if you do what likes it, so to speak. But yeah, but coming up next is our main event. It is Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. Don't go anywhere. We have Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson beating the Viking Raiders in Eric and Ivar, which hopefully these four men can get on the same page before Survivor Series and hopefully pick up a win for Team War. We have Finn Balor beating Keith Lee in a 30-minute entertaining match between the two wrestlers. And here comes Seth Rollins, the team captain for Survivor Series. He is the Beast Slayer, he is the King Slayer, he is the Architect, he has gone by many names in his past, but now he has got one goal. He now goes by the name of Captain, and he's got to try and lead the men's Survivor Series team into battle and make sure they pick up the victory for Team War. Obviously Seth Rollins has got to focus on his team picking up the victory, even if he's got to get past one of his former brothers in arms and Roman Reigns. He's got new laser night attitude. Cedric Alexander, the underdog of all underdogs, the leader of the Wyatt family, or former Wyatt family may I say, Bray Wyatt, and of course, who can forget about Elias, the man that attacked him to initiate this grand warfare. And here comes the Scottish psychopath, Drew McIntyre, and he looks set and ready to kick Seth Rollins' ass and hopefully pick up a victory to build his momentum and build some encouragement for Team War. Hopefully these two can hopefully get on the same page by the time we get to Survivor, but tonight they got to go one-on-one with each other, release all that anger, all that resentment against each other, and make sure they are on the same page by Survivor Series. And here we go, and there goes the bell, and this contest is underway. And Drew McIntyre taking down Seth Rollins and a kick to the back. Now Seth Rollins get back to his feet, and a nice punch and a chop there from Seth Rollins for him. Drew McIntyre against the ropes, leapfrog, drop down, and now they can just swing him over, swinging net breaker, taking down Drew McIntyre. Now look at the cover here. Drew McIntyre kicking out, staying informed of Seth Rollins. And now Seth Rollins strikes to the back of Drew McIntyre, but Drew McIntyre blocks it. And now Drew McIntyre restricts Seth Rollins against the ropes. But no, nice block from Seth Rollins, but no, missed that with a big boot. And now Seth Rollins with a beautiful German into a bridge. But no, Drew McIntyre kicking out, staying alive in the match. But no, Drew McIntyre responds with a strike, and now he jumped down, and now he's going to just lay in the fist into the face of Seth Rollins now. Now looking for the cover, and Seth Rollins, Seth Rollins kicks out. But yeah, let's just talk about Drew McIntyre here for a second. I mean, Drew McIntyre has, is technically, in a way, has carried Monday Night Raw. He's carried, the main event theme for the past, couple of months, also until he dropped it to Heath. And they obviously had a very interesting feud that went on into, I believe, just as Halloween Havoc. And obviously remember what happened there after Cyber Sunday when Jinder Mahal came down, brutalized the pair of them, and said he wanted a shot at the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Which also they had that incredible match at Halloween Havoc, which Heath Slater picked up the victory after Drew McIntyre hit the Claymore on Jinder Mahal, and it was kind of a bit like, well, what the hell cover moment, so to speak. But yeah, it was a very entertaining triple threat match, and now we know who the best member of 3MB was. It was Heath Slater. That just feels weird to say. But yeah, until obviously Heath dropped it, on the first week of Raw, just a couple of weeks ago, to Finn Balor, who, I think is going to be an excellent champion going off to face Velveteen Dream at Survivor Sunday. Not Survivor Sunday, Survivor Series. I don't know what I just said there. Survivor Sunday. I've got a mixture of Survivor Sunday and Survivor Series. No, Survivor Series. There we go. But yeah, I think that's going to be a very solid, entertaining match. I can't wait to see how it end, how it will go down. Velveteen Dream though has been doing very well for SmackDown, especially holding that WWE Championship. So can Finn Balor beat him? Who knows? I mean, Finn Balor has became Universal Champion. You know, he managed to win that as a SummerSlam story, and you know, he's won the Intercontinental Championship on the main roster. And you know, to remember, just this year he's won the WWE Championship until he dropped that to the Velveteen Dream. So it's a bit of a retribution, so to speak, for Finn Balor, trying to get paid, finally getting a payback after the man that stole his championship. That, my friends, is going to be sweet, and hopefully Velveteen Dream, you know, maybe could show to Finn Balor that, hey, you just weren't as good as me. Or maybe it might go in Finn Balor's direction, where he says, you know what, I am better than you, and it shows that you couldn't beat me on your best day. And a bit of good retribution, for Finn Balor. And a nice elbow drop there from Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins here looking for the curb stomp on Drew McIntyre, but Drew McIntyre blocked with a kick to the leg. And Seth Rollins, let's talk about him for a sec. I mean, you know, he hasn't really done much here on Monday Night War. You know, he's been used sparingly. He's had his opportunities, hasn't really taken them, and you know, now he's got an opportunity to try and prove himself, to try and take Team War to victory at Survivor Series, and hopefully he can get the job done. I mean, do I believe Seth Rollins can get the job done? Who knows? But one thing for sure is Seth Rollins is going to be a capable captain to captain SmackDown. And yeah, Seth Rollins, you know, he knows some of the members on the roster. You know, he knows Bray Wyatt from his time in the Shield. Obviously, he's feuded with him a bit. You know, on Monday Night Raw. You know, he knows Roman Reigns all too well. Obviously, being a part of the Shield and being his brother in arms, they teamed up. They've clashed against each other, so he knows them really well. Cedric Alexander, not really. And Elias, obviously, he knows about Elias after what he did to him a couple of weeks ago, where he brutalised him backstage and attacking him and laying him out. And obviously, he had to have his ribs taped up for the next week, but obviously, his ribs are healed now. Obviously, they're still a bit sore, he says, but you know, he's still capable of fighting. A nice kick to the gut there from Seth Rollins and throwing Drew McIntyre right into steel steps now. Seth Rollins just to destroy Drew McIntyre here. And what's he thinking of it? Oh my god, nice beautiful neck breaker there from Seth Rollins. And now Seth Rollins has gone up high here, gone up to the top rope. What's Seth Rollins thinking of here? He's waiting for Drew McIntyre to get to his feet. What's he thinking of here? Oh, no, nice beautiful elbow drop with Drew McIntyre just land on top of the barricade. And oh my god, a nice whip suplex there from Seth Rollins. But no, Drew McIntyre reverses and throws Seth Rollins into the ring now. Now, what is Seth Rollins looking for here? And a beautiful headbutt there for Drew McIntyre. Now, he is looking for the Claymore kick, looking to put away Seth Rollins here tonight. And no, Seth Rollins moves out the way of the Claymore, kicking to the gut there to Drew McIntyre, and he hits the curb stomp on Drew McIntyre. Looking for the cover here. 1, 2, 3, and the captain gets the job done and picks up a huge victory for himself, and hopefully it releases any sort of tension and sort of anger between the two men heading into Survivor Series. Hopefully they can now get on the same page, and Seth Rollins picking up the victory, and this is slightly a more bigger victory for him because he's the team captain. He needs to lead by example, and I think he's done that here tonight, beating Drew McIntyre. As you see, we look from the replays, you know, Seth Rollins was quite in a bit of danger. Look at me, look at that beautiful moonsault there from Drew McIntyre. But no, Seth Rollins picked up the victory here tonight, showing the world what he can do. So that is all the time we'll have for, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you for this week on Friday Night SmackDown.
Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now it's just stop.